So about 2 weeks ago, I made a list counting down my top 10 favorite heartless in Kingdom Hearts. And so to the following that, I decided to count down my top 10 favorite Nobodies from Kingdom Hearts. And this was pretty much exactly like what I was just like what I was saying for my top 10 favorite heartless. But since that this won't be counted in any like boss fights with nobody, the just the henchmen that you would find in any world that you could just run into and get kind of beat up really quickly. And yeah, it was we haven't seen that many nobody compared to like Heartless or anything like that, but thankfully we did get a whole lot a few more nobody in Kingdom Hearts 3, and so I'll obviously be counting from that game too, and yeah, we didn't really get much after Kingdom Hearts 2 because aside from Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, we don't really get to fight that many nobody can men except from a few side missions in 3 5 days over 2 days. But besides that, I decided to count down my top 10 favorites from these games anyway. And so without further ado, let's get into this, and I hope you all like this. Number 10, Reefery. Starting off at number 10 is maybe the least impressive nobody in my opinion, but Reefer. This is one of the first nobodies you ever fight in Kingdom Hearts 2. This isn't a bad enemy, but in my opinion, it's just the least of them all because there's not much to it and it is super easy to beat. Still pretty good though, and it is a pretty good nobody if you're ever trying to grind it in them hard whenever you're just kind of trying to fight and everything. But yeah, it's just not that impressive compared to a lot of other nobodies out there. But it's still a lot of fun to just try to fight this nonetheless with it just kind of bouncing around everywhere. And it's really easy to fight in that sense. Number 9, Reefery. Now we're getting into one of the newer nobody enemies from Kingdom Hearts 3, the Reefery. These nobodies are more based on Marluxia himself, and we first see them in the Kingdom of Corona, and that's where we first see Marluxia again after all that time. And then we get to see these enemies that have sides just like him, and they have very similar attacks with them as well, like being able to send out waves of attack with just one of their sides, and just being able to conjure up attack with flower petals as well. And it's really fun to being able to just defeat these things like a lot of other enemies, just being able to beat them and grind off for them. And it's really cool the way they're designed as well, with looking a lot like Marluxia and also just with the way they're moving, just kind of floating up and down and being able to attack them like that. Number 8, sorcery. This is actually a sort of tricky nobody, but it's still a really awesome one. This one uses powerful magic like that can be pretty cool at times and really cool to fight in a group, especially near the end. I also like the game part to it too. It's like root sword in a way. You can do a reaction command on it where you create a small game where you have press where you have to be in a sort of X and O game where you have a sort of line of the shape all be always correctly, and that can actually cause it to counteract itself and just sort of attack itself in a way where it might freeze in a bit. That part is really fun. I really like enemies that have both kind of reaction command that are very unique to the kind of enemies you're fighting and it just does a lot of damage to them. That can be really cool to see too. Number 7, Assassin. This almost kind of fish-looking creature nobody is one that you don't get to see until the middle point of the game when you visit Twilight Town again. And I and I'm maybe putting it a bit higher on the list than some of these other ones because I like a lot the reaction command that you're able to use where you're able to grab it from out of the ground, spin it around and then throw it back down. But can actually destroy it and it can also hurt a lot of other enemies as well. Some enemies like this have the ability to not take damage so easily, but that this one can sink into the ground and so long as it stays there you can attack it until it gets its tail off. Which can actually be pretty fun whenever you're just fighting it, and then once it gets its tail up, then you can attack it really easily. You're able to just smash it around there. Number 6, Ginger. I remember finding this Nobody really annoying a few years ago because of this move that it could do. That move is when it grabs you, swings you around and hits you. It does this kind of dancing along with it. It may not sound that much, but at times it can be pretty wrong, especially when there's a bunch of them around, and it can just keep doing it over and over. And when it does the attack and grab you and then hit you, it's one of those attacks that once it happens, you can't really do anything about it. And once you're there, you're just kind of stuck there until it lets you go and attack you. And yeah, and when you're in the fight for Hollow Bastion and Kingdom Hearts 2, you can't really, and just seeing how your health may not be at its highest there, and if there's a bunch of there could be some trouble there. But I feel like the way it's designed in a way, like having a kind of woolly hat and jumper and sweatpants, and it can be pretty cool to fight it in the world that never was, but once you have a really good keyblade to use. Number 5, yeah. Just like when I did my top 10 favorite Heartless a few days ago when I was talking about the Shadow being the most famous Heartless and it was gonna be obvious that I was gonna be on there. The same is the is for this Nobody as well, with the just being the most famous Nobody. The white human looking creature is the very first Nobody you ever get to see as Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 2. It had a zipper and a mouth and a bunch of belt-like things on its arms and legs that it enabled, that it most, that had, and it's able to use its hands as like whip to skin you. It's really cool and really simple, but it still makes sense with it being the first Nobody that you ever fight. And if he get beat these things after a while. Number 4, Dragoon. One of the few enemies in Kingdom Hearts 2 that can give you a weapon of your own. This with Nobody, and you flip it hacks on you, and it's really good to fight alongside with other Nobodies. Not just other ones that are the same, but I just mean the other nobody enemies in general. But what I was talking about is the fact that sometimes if you defeat a certain amount of them, it can actually give Donald a new gap, and if you defeat them, sometimes it can drop an item box and that'll be it. So that's really cool. I really like the kind of stuff where you're able to get new weapons like that for Donald and Goofy. They're really cool to get, but they're really cool to get for them. Number 3, Berserker. There's nobody I think is what the Shyek fight is supposed to be like. This really huge nobody has a huge sword-like weapon to attack you with, but what makes it particularly cool is that if it rocks this weapon, you can actually pick it up and use it as the enemy to smack them around. If you're able to move it around and have a bunch of enemies around you. You can actually shut them in, and then you can use the thing to sort of flip around and smack them all at once, and you're able to just swing it around and defeat them all. It's really cool, and with huge enemies like them, it's really cool to just being able to defeat them faster and make your attack really strong. But for nobody itself is really cool to fight too, and it's really to kind of grind off of. Number 2, Sniper. Coming close to number 1 is the Sniper. Just like what I said for Berserker is like Shyek and the other ones are like that. I really like how this nobody is a lot like J-Bar because of the way it fights. You're able to fight it off by from it blasting like energy arrows at you, and in some instances, you're able to either block them, and you're even able to send them back. But you're also able to send off if it fires a really huge one, you can give a reaction command where you knock it all over the place, and then you're able to knock it right back at them. And I really like a lot. Like I was saying for a lot of these, I really like the nobodies that are like you're kind of fighting them, but they're very reminiscent of actual Organization 13 members, and this is probably my favorite out of the ones that are reminiscent of the actual members. Number 1, Samurai. And finally, at number 1 is my personal favorite nobody enemy, the Samurai. In my opinion, this is the best enemy to grind off of entirely in all of Kingdom Hearts. Like, I'm not just talking about like one game in particular. I just mean in general, this is the best one to grind off of in all of them all. But yeah, you can actually find this thing at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 when you go to the world that never was when you travel through it. Also, if you use the final form, not only can you level up yourself, but you can also level up the final form faster because the only way to level up final form is by fighting nobody and just making, and you're able to grind off it much faster there. And yeah, this enemy in general, not only do I really like the way it's designed, but I also like how in terms of like combat, it's sort of in your weight class because when you fight it feels really satisfying to get the hits in, and you're able to get a lot of experience points from it. Just destroying a whole horde of them and destroying all of them and gaining more experience points is a lot of fun whenever you're fighting them. And I really like how you're able to get more and more the more you fight them. I just find it really satisfying whenever I'm fighting these and just kind of destroying them and just really fun to just kind of attack them too. They're just really a lot of fun to destroy and all that. And all that is why the samurai is my favorite nobody boss in Kingdom Hearts. Nobody enemy in Kingdom Hearts. And here are one of my Here's my top 10 favorite Nobody and Million Kingdom Hearts. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video. Please comment down below to tell me what you think. Please subscribe for more content like this coming soon. And I'll see you on next time. Take care.